Our Song, Our Voice. Children's book by Tuula Pere. Summary. Little Sisu belongs to a flock of rare golden crows that live in a distant valley. However, the bird's quiet life is beginning to change. Giant machines that cut down forests are coming closer and closer. Sisu's grandmother, Una, wants to teach him important lessons about life, including the crows' traditional songs and language. The flock is among the last of their species, and Grandma worries their unique songs and customs will disappear forever. Then little Sisu takes on a big task, a journey that is not only important to his grandmother, but also to the future of all golden crows. Pages 2 and 3. The little golden crow Sisu knew he belonged to a special flock. He had noticed it right after he hatched. "We're lucky we have such a healthy chick," Sisu's parents said. They were proud of being golden crows, especially because the number of golden crows living in the valley was constantly growing smaller. "Remember, Sisu, don't boast too much," Grandma Una said. "Your feathers shine in the sun like real gold, but that's just a reflection of the light. Having a golden heart is more important, and that means something else." Pages 4 and 5. Life in Sisu's valley soon became more difficult. One day, large, noisy machines appeared on the other side of the valley. They were knocking down the home forests of the golden crows. "Granny, those noises scare me," little Sisu said in a trembling voice. "What's going on? What should we do?" Grandma Una looked tenderly at the baby bird. "I will guide you as long as I am here." The old crow sighed wistfully. Pages 6 and 7. Sisu spent a lot of time with his grandmother because he was still too young to go with his parents to look for food. "Just go. I'll take care of the chick," Grandma Una said. "I can't fly far anymore, and I'm happy to stay home with Sisu. We have a lot of important things to talk about." Farmers' new fields spread to the valley, attracting large flocks of strong and fast birds. The newcomers did not want to share their delicacies with the golden crows, so Sisu's family had to find their food from farther and farther away. Finally, they started planning to move out of the valley. Pages 8 and 9. One day, Sisu could no longer keep quiet. He had to ask his grandmother the most difficult questions that troubled his mind. "What happens if all of us are forced to move away? My wings will probably be strong enough for me to fly, but what will you do?" Sisu asked with tears in his eyes. "Oh, Sisu." Grandma Una embraced the baby bird with her wings. "I am very ill, and my time is running out anyway. That's how life is." Pages 10 and 11. Sisu was desperate. Grandma Una needed help. "If you're sick, we must get you some medicine. Tell me where I can find it." Grandma hesitated for a long time, unsure of what to say. In the past, this valley was filled with golden crows. We lived in the forests that stretch all the way to the Blue Mountains. There, on the mountain slopes, you can still find giant pine trees that have saved many golden crows. "I don't understand. How can pine trees save lives?" Sisu asked. "They have a mysterious resin," Grandma Una began. Grandma Una had been talking about the pine trees and their mysterious resin for so long that her voice grew weak. "Just wait a little, Sisu, and I'll tell you more," she said, lying down. Pages 12 and 13. But Sisu was impatient. He understood that he had to act soon. When his parents returned to the nest with food, Sisu told them about his grandmother's words. "You shouldn't believe everything Granny says," his mother said. "Sometimes she tells strange stories from the past." Sisu's father nodded and looked at his son worriedly. "Besides, we can't just fly to the giant pines in the Blue Mountains. None of us even remembers the route anymore, and you're still far too small and weak for a long journey." Pages 14 and 15. His parents set off again, and Sisu was left to think about the situation. His plan was ready when Grandma Una woke up from her nap. Sisu quickly described his idea. "If you can't fly to the Blue Mountains, Granny, I'll fly there alone. You can just tell me everything you remember about the pines and how to survive the journey." "No, Sisu, you can't do it alone." Grandma Una was worried. She was most afraid that Sisu would decide to go on the dangerous journey, no matter what she said. "I'd better advise him," she thought. She looked at Sisu. "Maybe there's a way," she said mysteriously. "Tell me, Granny, tell me," Sisu said. Pages 16 and 17. Grandma Una gathered her strength and began to explain. "If you go alone, you must master the traditional language of the Golden Crows. There are songs, old songs that your father and mother have already forgotten. You must learn them." Sisu couldn't understand how an old way of singing could help him survive the long journey. Golden crows still live here and there in the middle of the forests. Mostly they are old birds that haven't been able to move elsewhere, Grandma explained. They can be your guides, but they must hear you singing in the old crow language. Sisu wasn't sure he understood yet, but every day from morning to night, Grandma Una taught him the words and melodies of old songs. "These songs are beautiful," Sisu sighed. Pages 18 and 19. After enough learning, Sisu was ready for the long and dangerous journey. His young wings were still weak, but fortunately, they were strong enough to carry him over the forests. According to Grandma Una's instructions, Sisu had to head directly toward the morning sun at first. But soon, Sisu would have to change direction to find the giant pine trees. Pages 20 and 21. Granny described the pine trees, Sisu thought as he flew. But what if I don't recognize them? He started singing one of the songs his grandmother had taught him. The words were about giant trees full of resin. Little Sisu's song gradually got louder. Suddenly he noticed flashes of gold below. Maybe I have listeners down there, Sisu thought happily. Pages 22 and 23. Sure enough, the old golden crows hiding in the bushes and trees below had recognized Sisu's song. They had also heard the questions that he sang between the verses. The old birds sang back to him. Sisu was delighted. "I understand the ancient language of the golden crows." The old birds told him where to fly next. They also sang words for his grandmother. "We send healing thoughts on Sisu's wings," they sang. Pages 24 and 25. The instructions from the old golden crows guided Sisu to the right place on the slopes of the Blue Mountains. He found the giant pines whose trunks oozed the healing natural medicine. Sisu knew he had to gather resin and roll it into a ball. Then he would carry it back to Grandmother Una. But after the long flight, he was very tired. "I'll rest on a branch for just a moment," he thought. "May we help?" asked a friendly voice from the treetop. "You can rest while we roll a ball of resin. Then you can carry it in your beak to your grandmother." Soon the task was accomplished. Sisu thanked his helpers and caught the sticky ball in his beak. He had to hurry back. Pages 26 and 27. The evening was dark when Sisu got home to his grandmother and worried parents. Grandma Una was lying on her side, very weak. Sisu knew what to do with the resin next. "Quickly! Make room for me. I must get to Granny's side," Sisu said. "Now use your beaks to break this ball of resin into pieces." Pages 28 and 29. The others watched, amazed at how skillfully Sisu cared for his grandmother. He rubbed resin on Grandma Una's forehead, put some under her wing feathers, and a few crumbs in her mouth. She had told him about this ancient remedy for golden crows, which had helped many seriously ill birds over the years. After a while, Grandma Una started coughing. Then she raised her head and opened her eyes. "Come here, dear Sisu." She spread her wings and hugged the tired little crow. "Thank you. You have saved my life. I'll soon be able to fly if we have to move out." Pages 30 and 31. Grandma Una started singing one of the old songs of the Golden Crows. Even those who no longer understood its words listened, mesmerized. Sisu sang along. "Granny dear, someday I'll teach all of our songs to my children," Sisu promised. You have listened. Our Song, Our Voice, a children's book by Dr. Tuula Pere. Published by Wickwick. Read aloud by Jessica, Virtual Voices of Wickwick Labs.